That will be November 15th at 1:30.
Wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling.
Yeah. What you mean is no transfer ownership on these properties? Champ on the internet talking about he spent $402 million on these properties. I'm hoping this is not somebody just caught Floyd Mayweather slipping. He said he owned them properties.
Floyd Mayweather just got arrested. Yep, Mr. Money himself, the guy who built an entire brand off flexing cash watches and private jets, just got caught up in one of the biggest financial scandals in boxing history. And this time, it's not just drama, it's criminal. The $42 million Manhattan apartment empire he bragged about all over social media, turns out it might have been fake from the jump, and now the feds are on his neck. Let's break it down.
Floyd, bro, you gotta understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
I believe that Floyd Mayweather has gone completely broke. And not just broke, but millions and millions of dollars in debt. And I know it sounds crazy to some of you out there, but trust me, I have legitimate proof.
Mayweather jumped on Instagram running his mouth like always. He claimed he bought 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan. No investors, no business partners, just him and a $42 million check. He even said he owned the stores underneath. Classic Floyd, loud, flashy, and acting like he runs the world.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City.
But people started digging, and it didn't take long before things looked sketchy. There were no public records, no ownership transfers, no paperwork linking him to those properties. Even real estate pros were puzzled. No buzz in the NYC market, no media coverage, just total silence.
According to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Tank, I'm robbing y'all. Phelps does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
Then the New York City Housing Partnership came forward. They confirmed they weren't notified about any big acquisition like Floyd described. Translation: the whole story was fake, completely made up.
No evidence has been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me, I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
Things exploded when Stephen A. Smith stepped in on ESPN. He blasted Floyd live on air, accusing him of lying, pushing fake stories, and pretending to be a business mogul for clout.
What am I talking about? I have even more nuggets of info to give y'all on that point. Brother don't like smoke. He just likes to give it. Typical bully mentality. It ain't working with me. What am I talking about exactly?
Stephen didn't stop there. He backed it all up. He cited a Business Insider article showing the lack of legal documents and said straight up Floyd was trying to fool everyone into thinking he was a real estate powerhouse. That's where things crossed into serious legal trouble.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
Stephen also mentioned visiting Floyd's mansion in the past. He's seen all the luxury, but said he's been suspicious about Floyd's finances for a while.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
We've seen Floyd flex cash for years, but insiders claim his money game has been a mess behind the scenes for a long time.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
You think he still needs the money after all these years?
The money.
And don't forget Logan Paul. He still hasn't been paid in full for their 2021 exhibition fight. He had to go public several times just to get part of what he was owed.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, you know, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually.
Imagine that, the highest paid boxer allegedly ducking payments to a YouTuber. And Logan's not the only one. Past opponents and business partners have taken Floyd to court or called him out for late payments. From the outside, it looks like money's flowing, but inside, it's all falling apart.
Floyd Mayweather, you punch-drunk idiot. Read my lips. Oh, wait, you can't. Where's my money, bitch? Floyd never paid me for our fight. Who am I, the IRS? You can't dodge taxes like you do punches, dummy. Floyd, how can you call yourself the...
Now add in the quiet talk, gambling issues, failed businesses, shady foreign deals, and suddenly that $42 million story starts to feel like a smokescreen, meant to distract everyone from what's really going on.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. On every 18th, every month, it was paying off.
You like the cash flow?
Yes, for years. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said, I'm not gonna even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures. If it's something that I know is paying off, lucrative and heavy, I got to go with it. Roll the dice, take a chance. You only got one life.
Here's where it takes a wild turn. After Floyd's arrest, a new theory started spreading online. What if those exhibition matches weren't about legacy or even fun? What if they were part of a long-running con?
Okay, Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.
Sources say Floyd's got a pattern. He doesn't fully pay his opponents. Instead, he promises massive payouts, then drags it out for months, even years. These high-profile fights overseas, Japan, Dubai, the UK, are all about building hype, grabbing huge upfront payments from promoters, and vanishing with the cash.
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather supposedly is held hostage in Dubai. Vontae Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
People in Dubai that money.
Saudi Arabia.
Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
It's the same routine: promote, fight, get paid, delay, disappear. That $42 million real estate flex? Just another part of the show. While the public sees luxury, lawsuits and debt are stacking up in the background. Reports now say Floyd doesn't even fully own those properties, just a few shares. Stephen A. Smith questions if Mayweather boosted the numbers to cover up bankruptcy rumors and a potential $42 million fraud.
Into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Stephen A. has always given Floyd his credit. He's praised his boxing career time and again, pointing to Floyd's discipline, flawless defense, and undefeated record. To Stephen, Floyd wasn't just a winner. He was a ring genius who fought smart and avoided losses at all costs. That kind of dominance earned Floyd massive respect across the boxing world.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, "I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me."
But lately, that respect has started to fade. And now, the law has caught up with him. Reports say Floyd was arrested at a private airport just outside Las Vegas. Sources claim Floyd was trying to flee the country once he got wind that federal agents were closing in on the real estate mess. He was stopped at a private airstrip by federal officers who were executing a warrant linked to fraud, false claims, and obstruction. The charges are serious. Authorities allege Floyd faked property ownership to get huge loans, lied on official documents, and possibly committed wire fraud by promoting fake real estate deals to wealthy investors.
And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like, you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. You know, I've gotten great results because I took my time.
This isn't a slap on the wrist. If he's found guilty, he could be facing real prison time. But let's be honest, it's not Floyd's first run-in with the law.
6-month sentence in the Park County Detention Center, 90 days of which will be served in custody, the remaining 90 days to be suspended. He will be given 3 days credit for time served. I will give him credit for the other 2 days for the case that is being dismissed as part of this negotiation.
Shannon Sharp lit up the internet with his reaction. On Club Shay Shay, he went all in, calling Floyd a disgrace and demanding a deep investigation not just into the apartment claims but into all of Floyd's business activity. Shannon said Floyd's entire post-boxing life might have been one big scam. This isn't just about one man, it's about what he stood for. Floyd wasn't just a fighter, he represented success, wealth, and freedom. He showed you could come from nothing and still become a billionaire, or so we thought.
Wait, man, you got everything. You got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses. How much is that watch, man? I gotta ask, man.
Oh, that's 18 million.
18 million? That motherfucker do look like a chandelier, though. And how much was the goddamn necklace?
5 million. He said just 5 million.
But now that image is falling apart. If these charges hold, it means the whole story we believed about Floyd's life after boxing was nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need a leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. You check it out. Up top, every planet. In the bag, it's crazy. NBA YoungBoy, see all this? It's on its way to you. Let's go.
And just when it seemed like it couldn't get worse, Gervonta "Tank" Davis jumped in and made it personal. He tweeted, then deleted, told y'all he was moving funny in Dubai. Fans connected the dots quick. Turns out, Tank knew Floyd was being held overseas for months, but stayed quiet. Their fallout runs deep, and Tank wasted no time in kicking Floyd while he was down.
Set you off, he was like, I gotta do that. A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said. So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like he was going at me. He was going at me. Yeah. I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you? No, Floyd don't never. He feel as though I'm at that point where it's gonna pass him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro. Yeah. That deal that I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, that's the part of this. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal. Damn. Wow. And I'm just releasing it. Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal? Yeah. Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread. You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Then came 50 Cent, and he took it even further. Their beef goes way back, but now 50's going all in.
What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
He changed his mind. As he was going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion. Signed the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa, Andre Durrell, IBF champion, Billy Dib. I brought him over while Floyd was incarcerated. Then he comes home, let's get Floyd back in pocket. $300,000 chains, new Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, when you gonna give me the money? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. I didn't tell y'all to do that. And I'm looking at him and he looked at my face and he tell me to do.
He's leaking old DMs, clowning Floyd as a fake billionaire playing with monopoly money, and even threatening to drop a documentary on the whole scandal.
I think it got to right now because the money gone. So the money's really gone. Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Team. I don't, I'm not really into hanging out with other celebrities. I've learned my lesson from that.
With Tank and 50 both on his neck, Floyd isn't just dealing with the feds, he's under fire from the streets too. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll catch you in the next one.